the miracles inside. There is abundance in our fellowship. This is a place we all belong. We place our trust in this great holiness. This is the moment, come along. We are gathering in song, welcoming the oneness, opening the door, the Spirit wide. We are walking into light, starting out together on a journey through the miracles inside. There is a promise in our thankfulness. We know that when we seek, we find. We place our trust in this great holiness. This sacred space is yours and mine. We are walking in love, gathering the oneness, opening the doors of Spirit wide. We are walking in tonight, starting out together on a journey through the miracles inside.
Hang on. Am I good? Okay, thanks, whoever clicked the button there. So welcome to Unity Vancouver Island. Feeling very blessed that you're joining us today. If you're in-house or online, either now or if it's recorded, that's great. I also want to give thanks to our Snuneymuxw peoples of this area and the Coast Salish on the west coast of Vancouver Island and of North America. We say thank you for taking care of this land now and ongoing. Haichka. People commonly ask me, Brenda, how are you doing? Now, I'm not sure if this is because we're transitioning with our new home, our new minister, but I'm in therapy. Let me explain. I've spent many years around a flock of chickens. Chickens are quite spastic. They're very reactive. They're fight or flight. They're reptilian, scratching. And then, a couple weeks ago, I was gifted 4 ducks. Ducks are so different. Ducks are calm, they're serene, they're peaceful. I'm in duck therapy. All it takes is 10 minutes and it calms you right down. Like, who doesn't like something that waddles? Is that not fun? So this leads me into our affirmative prayer. See, affirmative prayer is also a way to success. It is the way for healing and the way of being. The prayer has already begun. The prayer begins with our thoughts through the day. This is the power you hold. We hold. Now join me. Let's take 3 deep breaths. I always think if you breathe in through your mouth for a count of 4, hold in at the top, and then breathe out through your mouth, through pursed lips for a count of 8. Do that 3 times, and it's okay if I start talking and you're still doing the breaths. Because the universe is never in a hurry, but it's always on time. Use my words to weave in with your breathing. See, we are the thinkers that think the thought. Imagine yourself as healthy and strong. I know it is. I may not see things as you do, but I do see you in your completeness. I watch things in the world that I do not agree. I choose the way it is viewed. We have the power to choose our reactions and our actions. There is opportunity of bliss in the birds that sing and the flowers that bloom. This is what I see. Hold this tight and dear to your heart and be the best that you can be. We are all the center of light and love. Now have a blessed day. You are miraculous in everything you do. Namaste.
I am alive in this world, in this world. I am alive in this world, in this world. This is a place, this is a time, let it shine, let it shine. I see the joy in this world, in this world. I see the joy in this world, in this world. This is a place, this is a time, let it shine, let it shine. Live in love every day. I'm living love every day. I'm living love every day. Spreading peace along the way. Right time, right place. Living love every day. I am alive in this world, in this world. I am alive in this world, in this world. This is the time, this is the day. Let it shine, let it shine. This is the place, this is the time. Let it shine, let it shine.
We need a little extra something on the end.
Nicely done, Thomas.
Man doesn't need a drum set. Man is a drum set.
Gonna build a mountain from a little hill.
From a little hill.
Gonna build a mountain, at least I hope I will. Gonna build a mountain, gonna build it high. Don't know how I'm gonna do it, only know I'm gonna try. Gonna build a daydream from a little hole. Gonna push that daydream up a little slow. Gonna build a daydream, gonna see it through. Gonna build a mountain and a daydream, gonna make them both come true. Gonna build a heaven from a little hell. Gonna build a heaven, and I know darn well, if I build my mountain with a lot of care, gonna take my dream up the mountain, gonna be waiting there. Gonna build a heaven from a little hell. Gonna build a heaven, and I know darn well, if I build my mountain with a lot of care, and take my dream up the mountain, heaven will be waiting there. And take my dream up the mountain, heaven will be waiting there.
I would like to share a few words spoken by Amber, who is our local West Coast medium. There is no wrong path. You are not lost. You may not recognize this road, but your higher self does. Your soul knows your strength. This path was created for you to embrace the wisdom you were born with. Body, spirit, you belong. Follow your soul. It knows the way. Thank you, Amber. And now Thomas. Yes. Is there one more song?
I can make one up for you, but there ain't one. It's Thomas. It's Thomas. It's Thomas time. It's Thomas. It's Thomas. It's Thomas. Two-step, brother. Two-step. There it is.
Okay. Hi. Oh, look, it's like we have technology mastery today. It's called understanding. See? That's part of our power of understanding. Just sometimes it takes a little while to understand these things. So there's this noce te ipsum. It's a Latin phrase. You might be familiar with it. It is know thyself. Know thyself. One can only know and understand others by first knowing and understanding yourself first. Your strengths, your limits, your prejudices, your judgments. This is a faculty of understanding. Because we have 12 of them, right? The 12 powers, we're familiar with them. We talk about them a lot. Understanding, just so you know, it's located right here in the front of our foreheads, right? So we can actually, this is something I do when I'm really struggling with something, is I'll actually just tap there and think about it and just ignite the fire of understanding in my head that I can find a better way through something, really waking that up. And other times what I'll do in meditation is I'll actually tune into my wisdom and our order, which is located here. So we have the power of order and the power of wisdom. And then I'll push on both to awaken them and connect them like they're, come on, talk to each other, people. Get it together. This is how I talk to myself. So for me, I usually call myself DeShooter. And it's like, DeShooter, get your together. Come on, you can do this. So that's sort of how I self-talk. But that's how I tend to move myself through things when I'm stuck on something, is to call on these faculties that we have. And the faculty of understanding is a great gift, because we know that we can, we know, for example, you all got here today, right? And those that are joining us online all figured out which buttons to push to join online. This is the ability to understand. And it's great in the outside world, right? We can apply it really well in the outside world. But the spiritual scope of understanding, that's required on the inside world. That's where we need to go within and begin to really check in with ourselves on what's going on. And you can use prayer, you can use meditation, you can call a friend. Remember that show? There was a game show, Call a Friend. Yeah, $1 million, right? I think I need to call a friend right now to help with understanding something that you think you know it, right? But you can't find it, right? You can't find it. So sometimes we might need to lean on others. And that's what the beautiful thing about a community is that we can lean on one another. It's great we can come here Sunday and a talking head can roam around the front here and give a message, and that's wonderful. But it's what we do afterwards. It's what we do when we communicate with others. And I know I've said this a lot here before, but for me, speaking out what's going on for me, sharing what's going on for me, either in this setting, because I think I end up talking mostly about what I need to hear, But with somebody else, one-on-one is therapy. That gives you the ability to hear yourself. And then when somebody plays back for you what they think they heard, have you ever had this happen where somebody says, "Oh, so you mean that you want to do blah, da, 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 da." And you go, "No, no, no, that's not quite it. It's more like this." And then they say it again and they've got it. And you're like, "Yeah, that's what I'm experiencing." And now you have the feeling of being heard, that somebody has actually heard you. So here's a good rule of thumb that I should take into advice right now, especially when arguing with your spouse or your other half. If they keep coming back with a rebuttal, you didn't hear what they said. If they keep arguing their point, it's because you never heard it. So just remember that. And the same is true on the other side. If you're making a statement and they're arguing back, they're not listening. So when you find yourself in that situation, here's the great thing about understanding. When you know something like that, maybe you can pause, right? Take a breath. And I love that Michael Singer, just become the observer, right? Take a pause and stand back and see, what am I doing? Oh, I see what I'm doing here. And then maybe correct. Do a little course correction at that time so that you can manage the situation. You can move through it in partnership. And then there isn't that wall divided. Ever had one of those walls throughout the day with somebody that you live with where you're not really talking to each other? Maybe eye contact is hard to make. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. And so we have a say in that, right? If we're willing to understand something, if we're willing to look at it and take it on at a different place than where we are right now. So it's always on us, right? It's always upon us to make that change within ourselves so that we can change the environment around us. Because if we look at things differently, and I think it was Wayne Dyer that said that, if you want things to change the way you look at them, right? That's all on us. It's not somebody else. It's not out there. And a lot of people, they don't draw the connection between their previous actions and what's happening right now in your life. So I'll bet if you had a challenge that you were facing in your life, or even if it's like minor, if great things are happening in your life, you could probably look back and see the things that lined up to have you right where you are today, to be seeing the experience you're having, right? That's spiritual understanding. That is looking at ourselves for an understanding of where things are. I think in the talk email we put out, there was that quote from Charles Fillmore about wisdom. Wisdom is knowing, and understanding is knowing why. That's what we want to call upon, is that knowing why. Sometimes we need to know why. And it's not, in my experience, and it could be different for all of you, but it's not knowing why over there. I had a conversation with somebody on Tuesday who had reached out to have a call with me, who had lost their job. And I've never met this person before, and so we spent 40 minutes on the phone together, and everything was about over there, and none of it was about here within that person. And after you go around the block, let's say you want to do it 100 times, you're still exactly where you are. In this case, no longer have the job. Does it really matter why over there? I mean, they could change their story every day, right? They could tell you one thing today, and then you ask again, and it's a different reason, or the reason is accentuated a little more, or it's a little deeper. And at the end of it, you're still in the same place. So I kind of look at that as, I'll hate to say it, a waste of time. Like, what's the point? Let's get clear here, right? Because if we empower ourselves in that situation, if we take the power to us, now we're not at the mercy of somebody else. We're not playing in their game anymore. We're playing in our game. That great scripture, renewing our mind, right? The power is within us to renew our mind. So renew the experience that we're having so that we can take ownership of it. So I put also in that email, in order to grow, you must give up the struggle to remain the same. I don't know if you all saw that email and you saw that quote from Michael Singer, but I kind of look at it like what we're doing here at Unity. There's a lot that's changed. And sometimes that's uncomfortable, right, to have change. But it's in that change that new things can happen, that we have that possibility. And in understanding, I love this from Thich Nhat Hanh, the Buddha body. So there's 3 elements here to this that Thich Nhat Hanh talks about that I think is relevant for our understanding. Someone that is capable of understanding and of loving. That's the Buddha body. Someone that is capable of understanding and of loving. The Dharma body, the practice of mindfulness, concentration, and insight. Okay? The Dharma body is the practice of mindfulness, concentration, and insight. So in both of those instances, they're here, aren't they? There's nothing about out there. The work is here first. The third one, the Sangha body, is a community of practitioners. This is the Sangha body. So gathering in a practice, gathering together and practicing together, becoming one in that. And even in that, at some point, we're probably going to be in that moment of going within, finding our truth, finding our own understanding, and dealing with that for ourselves. Sometimes, you ever had problems that take a while to sort out, challenges to take a while? Yeah. Right? Not everything is just instant. It's not an instant fix. It's a process that we go through of being willing to be curious, being willing to look, and have that idea of understanding in mind. I'm going to understand this. You know, I'm actually going to understand what's going on with me. And from there, so much is possible. And so from there, I would actually like to do a little bit of a longer meditation today, if that's okay with you all. Yeah? Is that all right? Okay, Nico, do you want to, maybe at some point I'll call upon you to bless us with your amazingness? Not that your presence isn't already doing that. That's not what I meant, in case you thought that.
I didn't take it that way.
Okay, good, good.
I always err on the side of the positive.
And so, please join me, and I'll do my best to quietly lead you here. And so, if you're comfortable, please just, if you're comfortable, great. If you're not comfortable, allow yourself to get comfortable. And also, if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. If not, I invite you to just look at the chair in front of you or a spot on the ground and just soften your gaze so that you're moving into a different state. And then take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, allow any tension to melt away. Allow that tension to melt away. And do it again if you'd like. Take another nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, allow that tension to melt away. And in this moment, I invite you to pause and call upon your spiritual gift of understanding. And so, maybe just place a finger from one hand on your forehead, the center there, and just give a nice little pressure there, just to wake that area up. Let it know, let your body know that you're focusing your attention there. And you can let your hand down and invite in a sense of openness, a sense of receptivity as you allow this understanding to fully evolve inside of you, to fully open up. Now we're going to call on our power of imagination, which is very closely located to our power of understanding. I'm going to invite you to imagine yourself standing at a crossroads and you're unsure of the path to take. You're unsure of the decision to make. You're even unsure of what to say in this moment. And as you stand there, see if you can feel within yourself a presence of your spiritual understanding to guide you. See if you can feel that within you. And trust that this inner knowing will illuminate the way forward. Now take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let go of any doubts, any concerns you might have. And allow this understanding to guide your mind and your heart. If you're comfortable, you can place a hand on your heart now, on your heart space, connecting to that harmony within you. Just feel that taking you to a deeper level of compassion, of non-judgment, and connection to others. I invite you to visualize a nice gentle light surrounding you. A light of truth and clarity. And with this light, you can see beyond human appearances and into the essence of every being. You can perceive the gifts, the joys, and the presence of this divine that is not only in you, but in every event, every circumstance, every living being. And affirm to yourself now that I invite you to repeat these words back to yourself. The spiritual understanding, I see myself and others with compassion. The spiritual understanding, I see myself and others with compassion. The spiritual understanding, I see myself and others with compassion. Just take a few moments here to bask in this feeling of understanding and compassion. gentle smile to your face. And affirm for yourself the knowing that everything you need to understand over time will be revealed. That I can trust and I can let go. And we'll gently return the same way we started, taking a nice deep breath in, letting that go. And as you're ready on an inhale or exhale, you can open your eyes. Namaste.
Spirit flow, and all my fears relieve. I am a channel for thy love and peace. Fill me with power, and let my heart be strong. Fill me with joy, that I may sing thy song. Heal, Spirit, heal, and all myself renew. I am expressing my perfection true. Fill me with love, that I may love in thee. Fill me with life, that I may live for thee. I asked if I should play something soft and gentle, if I should play something raucous, and I was told to play something that would make people want to dance. There are only three reasons to play music. One is to make someone feel something, one is to dazzle, and one is to make them dance. It's a good reason. I don't think anything makes me dance more than the music of New Orleans. So let's just have a little go at Aiko Aiko Ike. If you know it, I'm not going to sing it, but I'll play it. Classic Dr. John, Nana Toussaint.
Have some good dancing.
Nico Rhodes.
My pleasure.
You put the grand in that piano.
Hey. Hey, anything for an excuse to play some La Toussaint, you know, any excuse for it. Any excuse. Keeps the wrist loose, you know. Miss y'all too.
I also want to just give gratitude for so much. Thank you for all the people that helped set up today. Our tech people, Rev T, who came in early to get everything organized. The people that brought out the table, everybody. Thank you so much. And also, let me take this moment to thank all the people last week that helped with our launching of our first luncheon. So I know Jill and Sally were the spurs of this to get us going, and it was a very successful event. So thank you to all that participated. Which includes the people that just came to eat, because that's an important part, right? Imagine if you didn't have that, you'd have all those leftovers. We're going to have a meeting after service today. It's for the special events planning. So come and join us. It'll be in the back room, I think. Is it, Diane? Yeah, we'll figure that part out. But yeah, in the library. So come and join. You don't have to participate. Sometimes it's just nice to hear what's going on. There will be no service on July 28th because some of us, are all going down to see Daniel Namad in Victoria. So please join, and I think there's a sign-up sheet if you need a lift, we can carpool. And just sharing with you, Unity Vancouver Island, Victoria area, they're going to have in-person service the third Sunday of each month. That's going to be at Oakland Center. That'll be on Sunday, July 21st, and Reverend Vicky Vanderhorst will be there for that. Prayer Circle is August 12th at 11 at the First Metropolitan, room 119. Unity Vancouver Island, Comox Valley, they're going to have in-person services. There'll be no in-person for July or August, but the next one will be in September 6th. Prayer Circle, July 9th and 23rd at 11, First Metropolitan, room 119. It's funny how fast summer is going, because I'm reading that. It's like, has July 9th come and gone already? Yes, it has. But that's what summer does to us, right? It's like stepping on a banana peel. Come on.
And now it's time for winter.
Yes, exactly.
No.
So yeah, speaking about Daniel Namad, he's coming to our island in July. That's this month. So please get your tickets. It's going to be an outstanding event. Speaking from somebody who has seen him speak in person and perform in person. He's an amazing individual. So bring friends. It's not just a Unity thing. It's bigger than that. So yeah, you can get your tickets here or online. And I think I expressed my abundance, but again, appreciative of all that everybody gives. Tithing, of course, is important to keep our spiritual center healthy and happy. But everything that everybody does, it's just a blessed, lovely place to be. So thank you, everybody. And the song. Before the song, we have.
We do that. I'm going to interrupt this
T.
programming.
Awesome.
Interrupt this programming. Marie's going to put something up here on the boards for a moment. So you may have noticed the email this week looked a little different than it has in the past. Yeah. Okay. So it's a work in progress. Cindy, thank you for everything. For my 150 emails of details I sent, my last minute request last night, all of that. Thank you. So thank you very much. So what I wanted to point out is that it is my goal now to every week have our Sunday service as an event on Facebook, so that it's an event that can be shared. And so what I thought I'd do is maybe we can walk through how you might share that. So you'll notice in the email there's a button that says share our event or see our event on Facebook. You can click that button and it'll take you right to the latest event. And then when you're in that event, you have the option to, I think, I don't know if that button on the right will do it. That one there. And then you can say share now, right? So you can actually share that. You can find a way to either share it to your profile or you can share it to individual people that you might think would want to come. Yes. And your feed, yep. Yes. Okay. Right. So right. So not only can you share it on your feed so that it shows up under your profile and then will be sent out to your friends, hopefully, depending on the algorithm. And if you have any friends, that's another point, right? That's a really good point. But also you can, as Lisa pointed out, you can also use the invite button and invite people individually. And I think you can also say you're attending, which thank you to those 12 or 13 people that responded with that they were attending today's event. And here's why you want to do this, because then the wonderful world of algorithms, it's the same with YouTube, the more that we like the YouTube stuff and we put the little heart there, the more that we share it out, or if we just, even as Elsie pointed out, you can pretend that you sent it out as an email. We'll tackle that on another day, right? We'll tackle more tech as we go. But what happens then is it ends up in more people's feed. And I think there's somebody here today that found us on Facebook. Am I correct? Yes, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Yeah. And so this is one way that we can get the word out, because I think we have fun here. I don't know, it doesn't seem too heavy to me what we do here. I've been coming for a while now and it still feels pretty light. You know, I don't feel like I'm falling into some doom and gloom story yet. But if I am, just kick me, just give me a good kick, let me know. But this is a way that we can all work to build the community, because here's the thing, I know at some point, you know, we've talked about this of having a building, of going back to that. All of that requires funds and it requires energy. And, you know, have you ever noticed the bigger the crowd, the more people show up for it? Have you noticed that? Right? So that's what we want to create, right? We want to create some energy and some enthusiasm around this. And if we understand that we can have a role in this, each one of us, and here's the thing, if you did read the letter I put out this week, it's your unity. It's not mine. It's mine too, yes, but it's not my unity. It's your unity. It's our unity. And it's only going to go and grow at the level that we harbor that, right? That we take part in that. And that's just the way it works. It's, you know, I didn't make up the rules. That's just the way the universe seems to work. So thank you all for your time and attention for this. That's a question. So you can at least still go and like it on Facebook, I think, without even having a Facebook profile. You can look at stuff. You can just go to the link and see it, or you can share the YouTube or like the YouTube or comment. Here's the thing. When you comment more than just a thumbs up, like the emojis don't count. Just so you know, emojis don't trigger the algorithm. Writing a sentence like, I really enjoyed this week's talk and meditation, or I did not enjoy this week's talk and whatever. Speak your truth. I don't want to put words in your mouth. But when you write a sentence, the algorithm notices that. It doesn't notice, 3 or 4 emojis in a row. It just doesn't register it at all because it just thinks it's an AI machine doing that, right? So that's how you can do things, is just by if you're going to watch it, like if you've already watched it and you're right there, like it and comment on it. It'll only take another minute and a half. That's it. And then you help out the message. Okay? Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Question? Did you have a question? Last week at the AGM, we had an AGM, we had a luncheon. Yes. Potluck. Yes. Yeah, it was. It was really great. Like everybody that worked together on that it was amazing. You should have been here. It was fantastic.
Got an attitude, I got an attitude, I got an attitude of gratitude. I thank the universe for each new day, whether it's sunny or it's pouring rain. In any situation, time or place, my grateful heart creates a state of grace. Yeah, 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 I've got an attitude, I got an attitude, I got an attitude of gratitude. The darkness taught me how to praise the light. Wrongness made me hunger for what's right. I haven't found a place where I don't see heaven's blessing pouring down on me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I've got an attitude, I got an attitude, I got an attitude of gratitude. I won't be waiting when my ship comes in. Won't trade my here and now for something then. I'm finding treasures in the little things. It doesn't matter what tomorrow brings. Yeah, 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 say yeah. Say yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got an attitude, I got an attitude, I got an attitude of gratitude. I used to cry for deliverance, send desperate pleas to the heavens, and it wasn't until I gave up and got still I could see all the gifts I've been given. Yeah, I got an attitude, I got an attitude, I got an attitude of gratitude. I got an attitude of gratitude. Yeah.
And a ginormous thank you to Ken. Please join me together. Let's bless our children. See the light shining in you. We love and appreciate you exactly the way you are. Iris will be in the prayer room for anybody who wants individual. Thank you, Iris. Prayer room is in the library. Okay. And let's state our vision together. Unity Vancouver Island is a growing, unfolding, expanding center of light and love, mighty to attract its good and radiate good to others. And let's do the prayer for protection. The light that is God surrounds us. We are one with the light. The love that is God enfolds us. We are one with the power that is God protects us. We are one with the power. The presence that is God watches over us. We are one with the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and so it is.
His